to Reset and Rise, where we help emerging and aspiring leaders grow with clarity, confidence, and intention. I'm Shirrell Meeks, and today we're talking about something that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Yes, talking about your accomplishments. Now, have you ever downplayed your wins, shifted the focus too quickly, or hoped someone else would notice your work? This episode is for you. So you're probably wondering why this feels so uncomfortable to talk about your own accomplishments. Well, many of us were taught, let your work speak for itself, or don't brag, and stay humble. And while humility matters, silence can quietly cost you opportunities. Talking about your accomplishments isn't about ego, it's about clarity. If people don't understand the impact of your work, they can't advocate for you, even if they want to. So let's shift that mindset a little, okay? Here's the reframe that changes everything. You're not promoting yourself, you're communicating impact. Leaders talk about outcomes, lessons, and value, not just effort. So here's how I suggest you talk about your accomplishments. One, focus on outcomes, not yourself. So instead of saying, I worked really hard on this, try, here's what changed as a result of the work. Doesn't that sound a little better? Two, use we without erasing your role. Collaboration matters, but disappearing doesn't serve you or your team. And this is something I had to learn the hard way. I used to default to saying my team and I, or sometimes just my team, even when I was leading the work. When I won an innovation award, it wasn't because I was promoting myself. It was because my team spoke up on my behalf. They shared that I had identified the problem early, moved the initiative forward, and engaged the right leaders across the business, even when there was hesitation at the beginning. In fact, they were hesitant at first. But once they got involved, they saw the leadership behind the work. I had been providing my leaders with updates all along, but my team helped elevate the full story, not just the outcome. That experience taught me something very important. You can honor your team and still acknowledge your leadership. You can say we without disappearing. And if you don't help people understand your role, they may never see the full picture. That's when I learned that clarity isn't bragging, it's leadership. Okay, three, share lessons learned. Growth conversations land a lot better than win announcements. So, for an example, one thing I learned from this project was this shows reflection and maturity. Last but not least, tie your work to business values. Executives listen for time saved, money saved, risk reduced, experience improved, right? And if you can connect your work to one of those, you're speaking the right language. But wait, there's common mistakes I want you to avoid. One, minimizing your role. Two, over explaining. Three, apologize for sharing. And last but not least, waiting too long to speak up. Confidence doesn't need permission. You don't need to exaggerate your accomplishments. You don't need to compete. You don't even need to be someone you're not. You just need to communicate clearly because Your work matters, your impact matters, and it deserves to be understood. Now, if this episode helped you, follow Reset and Rise and email me at enr.coaching@gmail.com with topics you'd like to hear and explore next. And remember, you always have the power to reset and rise.